Well, hey there, YouTube. Welcome to another technique video. And today I'm going to talk about how to sing from the diaphragm. Now, that's a little bit of a misnomer. It's not that it's wrong, of course. It's just incomplete information. So let's kind of get into what this is all about. But before we do, I'll introduce myself. Hey, I'm Mike Goodrich, creator of the Inner Singer podcast, Inner Singer singing programs, and all things Inner Singer. And I'm thrilled that you're here. So let's talk about this crazy breathing thing. Breathing is obviously incredibly important. However, oftentimes it's misrepresented, misunderstood, and overdone. If you watch some of your favorite singers, they can hold notes forever and do incredible runs. You will really not be able to see them do anything much other than normal breathing. It kind of looks like they're just going to talk. So they'll breathe in, they'll sing a phrase, and they'll sing it a little bit longer, and then they'll stop, and then they'll breathe, and they'll sing again. There's none of that, okay? So the first thing is to know that breathing for singing is as natural as breathing is for speaking, provided you're doing it with the proper coordination. And the coordination is pretty easy. You can call it diaphragmatic breathing or midsection breathing or whatever you want to call it. But the basic thing, and I'm sure you all know this already, so I'm going to gloss over this part very slowly. Quickly. Not slowly, quickly. The diaphragm, which sits, and I'm going to point my camera down a bit. Let's do that. Here we go. The diaphragm, which sits right inside there. It's like an upside down bowl that when you inhale, it descends. Exhale, and it goes up, right? So when it descends, the ribs expand, diaphragm descends, and when you exhale, the ribs draw in, and the lower abdominal muscles begin to push the diaphragm comes up to push the air out of the lungs. Okay. This, however, that you feel right here, when you go, is not the diaphragm, it's the epigastrium. Okay, so this thing that begins to kind of sometimes stick out, push out a little when I inhale diaphragmatically, and I go to sing, this pushes out a little bit. Now, don't push it out on purpose, okay? It's a result. A lot of this stuff is results. So let me talk about what the breathing actually is. The breathing is two sets of muscles gently resisting each other, right? And that's the inhaling muscles and the exhaling muscles. As I just showed you, when you inhale, diaphragm descends, ribs expand. That's inhaling, right? When you exhale, ribs want to draw in a little bit, diaphragm comes up. So now, ordinarily, those sets of muscles work pretty independently, right? You inhale and you exhale. Now, for singing, they resist each other. When I inhale and I go to exhale, my inhaling muscles resist slightly. So now I've got that gentle resistance going on, which starts the flow of air. Now my vocal cords resist the air. So I've got this friendly compression in there. I've got the inhaling muscles resisting the exhaling muscles gently. I have the friendly compression of the cords resisting the air, right? So there's a balanced resistance going on there. And then as we get used to that coordination, our breathing, let's say coordination, I didn't want to say our breathing muscles, because your breathing muscles are probably plenty strong enough already for singing, but your breathing coordination gets more refined and gets better and better and better. Since you really cannot consciously figure out how much air to use on any given tone and any given part of your range, it's all involuntary, it's all unconscious. What you can do, however, is set yourself up for success. So as long as you are breathing with the midsection breathing, the diaphragmatic breathing, again, that's not the complete story, but, so you're breathing low, as if you have a balloon in here, and when you inhale, the activity is down here. The shoulders are relaxed, they just kind of hang. Chest is just comfortable like this, and then you inhale. Now I'm going to show you a quick little exercise to get that in gear. And again, I'm going to move my camera like this. Here we go. So you're only going to see me, when I want you to do it from the waist down, what I want you to do is sit on a chair. Edge of the chair is probably the best. So you're only going to see me from, my neck down, obviously. Now you're going to take your elbows, place them on your knees. And you're going to cup your hands like this. Keep your back straight and relax. And now breathe normally. It's very difficult to lift your chest and shoulders like that. And what you'll feel is your tummy coming out when you breathe in and going in when you exhale. So inhale, it'll come out. Exhale, it'll go in. So you do that very naturally. Just breathe normally. You'll also feel your lower back here expand a little bit. And if you have somebody stand behind you and put their hands right here, they'll feel that activity. Now, whatever you do, when you're singing, don't try and expand your back. All you'll do is tighten up. Breathing for singing is a very relaxed process. Like I said, watch any of your favorite singers. You're not going to see them breathing. You'll see them breathing if they're out of breath and they're dancing, but you're really not going to see any major thing going on. You might not even see anything here. If you see anything, it's probably going to be there. You might see them lift their shoulders a little bit if they're tired. That's not a virtue. That's not what you want to do. But most of the time, you're not going to see anything. Okay? So singing is an inside job completely, and the breathing is an inside job. So once you set yourself up for success and you get your breathing coordination right, then you just sing a lot with it. I'm going to show you one exercise, another one, that is a really, really good one. Once you do the thing I just showed you, then sit up straight and see if you can accomplish that same breathing coordination sitting here. So you inhale into your hand, exhale, inhale, exhale. Move my camera a little bit more like this. Inhale. Exhale. And then take a 5-tone scale. For you men, you just put yourself down low. Put yourself down like C3. Just do that. For you women, you put yourself at like A3. And what I want you to do is this. So you get the coordination going. You feel it? Do about 3 breaths in, 3 breaths out. And the last time, take a breath and do this. Mum, 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 mum. And hold the note and feel this hand begin to press in a little bit more as you're running out of air. Mum. When you feel like you're totally out of air, I want you to inhale into your hand. And the reason I want you to, use all the air you have so until you need to take a breath is because if you can keep your chest and shoulders up as you're running out of air, the activity is going to be here. And then when you take a breath into your hand, you're really going to feel an exaggerated version of that coordination. Versus if I'm just talking to you like this, and I breathe down diaphragmatically, I don't really feel that much. And if I'm singing anything, she's got a way about her, I don't know whether it popped into my mind, don't know what it is. Then I breathe right there and I can feel it. But I know that I can live without her. I feel it a little bit. But if I'm singing shorter phrases or I'm just speaking, I'm not going to feel this. But if I'm exercising this coordination like mum, 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 and I hold my breath as long as I can. I hold the note as long as I can. I'm just going to blow out so I don't bore you with that. Now I'm out of air and I go, then I really feel that coordination. Okay? And you can do that too. You can, if you don't want to hold the note for 3 days, then you can go, mum, 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 mum. And you really feel it. You can, if you, in the interest of time, you can do that. just do the 5-tone scale, then blow all the air out, and then you'll be pretty empty and just inhale into your hand. And you'll feel an exaggerated coordination of that. Now, I want to make sure that you're, don't do that when you're driving, and make sure that you're, doctor's disclaimer, right? Make sure you're really healthy when you don't want you running out of breath and doing all that. And only do it once or twice so that you don't hyperventilate. Just like do it a couple of times until you feel the coordination, and then do something normal, and then do it again. Don't sit there and do that for like 20 minutes or anything. So yeah, just monitor the way you do that. But those two exercises, the one where you're, like this, and then you sit up and see if you can accomplish that same coordination sitting up, and then put the sound to it, ma, 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 and breathe in so you can feel the exaggerated coordination. So you put those three things together, and that should really start kicking in your breathing coordination so that it's much easier for you. I've got my monitor right here, and so pardon me, I just looked at that because instead of looking at you, because I wanted to make sure when I adjusted my camera and all that it was good to go. And since I'm a one-man army here, I don't have a cameraman. In the interest of saving about 8 hours of editing, I thought I would just, move the camera like that. So I hope that's okay. But anyway, this should be really good information to get you on the right breathing road, or give you some tips and tools, even if you've been singing for a long time, just to get that breathing kicked back in and get that coordination going. So if you like this, then subscribe. I got videos like this all the time. I go into a lot of depth for certain things, all regarding singing, of course. Hit the bell for notifications. And love your comments. Comment. Let me know what you'd like me to do, what you like, what you don't like. Thumbs up if you do indeed like. That would be awesome as well. If you want my free video series, it's called the Singing Accelerator Series, then click the link below, go over and grab that. It's got 3 really awesome videos. Made them myself. And if you want my free ebook, The 5 Biggest Mistakes Singers Make When Singing in Their Mix or Belting, then the link will be in the description as well. Videos floating around here that will be recommended. Go watch those. There's a lot more of this stuff. There you go. So have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.